Okay, they have these tents set up in the eastern temple of the central pyramid. We're going to go investigate, see what's going on.
I'm Lex Levy, and this is Ancient Odysseys. In today's expedition, we return to the Giza Plateau and venture to a rarely explored area, the Giza Westfield, where we examine an archaeological dig of the anomalous L-shaped structure and investigate the perimeter of the Mastaba of Hemiunu, the believed architect of the Great Pyramid. And we discover a major functional component of the ancient industrial processes that were once occurring on the Giza Plateau. And during our expedition, I will decipher 2 hieroglyphic inscriptions. We also have an encounter with a reptile. Now, let's go.
They may be filming for a movie.
Shows and advertisements and all kinds of stuff.
I'm getting the scoop. They're shooting for something.
They've got a crew doing something in
Maybe Big Rami is here. No, he's right here. They're waiting for their star.
Crew set up in here.
Oh, big production. Oh, and here is some of the in situ red granite casing on the corner. Huge production. We're gonna try to get a peek. Okay, we're gonna go through the back way. Through one of the surdods.
Yeah, we got film crew set up in here.
Oh.
TV or a movie? It's okay.
Your star is here. All right, we're in the pillared corridor.
A movie. Movie. Cool.
You need some extras?
We already have, thanks.
Oh, okay.
It's being shot in the 40s, so
Cool.
you're not just the right dress.
Shukran. Good luck.
So they're filming a movie up here. Pretty cool.
I love this view.
tell me I can't film in a public tour area.
That's bullshit. We could take a moment on our stone.
All right, and as I mentioned in the previous episode, that's the function of the central pyramid. As related to
I'm Lex Levy, and this is Ancient Odysseys. Today, we're back on the Giza Plateau. I'm standing in front of the Central Pyramid. In the pillared corridor of the Eastern Temple, we're going to make our way towards the West Field and see what we find. Let's go.
conduits like the one that I am following.
This is an interesting piece here. There's mortar.
Coming right?
مش عايز كامو شكرا.
أهلا وسهلا مع السلامة. أنت تتكلمين العربية؟ You speak Arabic?
شوية.
شويبسي جاية. ممكن بعدين? Later? Some people have absolutely no respect for ancient monuments, and they break off pieces. Somebody probably took a piece out of there. It's pretty unfortunate.
Where?
That piece of calcite, they broke a piece
Our
off
stone?
of it.
Oh no. Motherfuckers. It's disgusting.
هنا ممنوع. هنا في سلسلة مقفولة.
Sadiki, hieroglyphs. Hannah,
Okay,
she's
great.
gonna read.
Great.
Yeah.
Came from
أنا مصري.
مية حبيبي
شكرا.
حبيبي.
I'm Lex Levy, this is Ancient Odysseys. I'm standing in the quarry of the Central Pyramid on the northern side. And here we have hieroglyphic inscriptions. I'm going to decipher them now for you. This is my interpretation. Beneficial work of Ra. Ramisu, beloved of Amun, King Ramses. Sees great, sovereign temple sees great when Lord speaks truth over the earth. Son of the Lord carries Amun's power and dominion over the two lands and in the netherworld. All right, I'll have my work checked by Dr. Mohammed. Let's see how it pans out. takes us into the west field.
Here I have mapped out our approximate route for today's expedition, labeled in green. And in red is our route from our prior expedition in Part 1. Today, we enter the Giza Westfield on the southern side of G4000, the Mastaba of Hemiunu. And approximately here is the location of the archaeological dig for the L-shaped anomaly. In a recent search for the burial of King Khufu outside of the Great Pyramid, and in this area of the Westfield where no above-ground structures have been found, a geophysical study was conducted by archaeologists using a technique called electrical resistivity tomography, ERT, in which electrical currents are sent into the ground and resistance is measured to detect remains, along with ground-penetrating radar, GPR, a technique that sends radar into the ground and, after it bounces back, it maps the underlying structures. The results unveiled a presence of an L-shaped structure and intriguing anomalies.
Directly in front of me is Mastaba of Hemiunu. There's been some recent archaeological digs in this area.
Where they've been doing the recent archaeological excavations up here. Quote-unquote L-shaped structure discovered over here.
Here you can see the archaeological dig where they're investigating the L-shaped structure. Interesting.
Shout out to Matt Simpson from Ancient Architects, who's been doing some exceptional work. Reporting on the archaeological excavations and documenting everything on his YouTube channel. Ancient Architects. Shout out Matt.
I'm Lex Levy, and this is Ancient Odysseys. I'm here at the archaeological dig where they're investigating the L-shaped structure. Behind me is the central pyramid, the northern face. And you can see this channel that's been excavated, and it terminates into a pit.
If you want to support our expeditions and research, pick up some Ancient Odysseys merch. I have a new collection that features my photography from our adventures. This is a photo I took of the sistrum columns within the Hathor Temple in Dendera on our 2024 Upper Egypt expedition. New Explorer packs are now available. Thank you all very much for your support.
So up close, in person, long trench. That leads down into the pit. Alright, now there are two structures back here that we really wanted to
The stonework here is beautiful. Wow. I'm here at the Mastaba of Hemiunu. And this is a corridor on the eastern side made of fine limestone. It does not look like restoration work. Oh, it's incredible. Look at the fine mortar in between.
This is the voluptuous Hemiunu. He was a high-ranking official who lived during the reign of Khufu. He was a grandson of Sneferu and nephew of Khufu. Hemiunu's titles included Member of the Elite, Vizier, King Seal-Bearer, Priest of Bastet, Priest of Sheshmetet, Priest of Thoth, and Overseer of all construction projects of the king. The last title is particularly interesting, as it indicates that Hemiunu oversaw the construction of the Great Pyramid. It has been suggested that there are mathematical clues left in the dimensions of Hemiunu's mastaba that show that he had the wisdom that is encoded in the Great Pyramid. Hemiunu is known for the well-preserved mortuary statue of him that was found within his tomb. The artistic style of Hemiunu's statue is unique in that, instead of being idealized and depicted as perfect, which was typical of the time, it appears to be an authentic, realistic version, an actual reflection of what he looked like.
We're in a vestibule on the eastern side of the Mastaba of Hemiunu. Jeffrey's lighting up a stogie, and I'm going to do some filming now. Look at these immaculate limestone casings. This is not restoration work. It's in incredible condition. Okay, I'm at the northeastern corner within the vestibule. I'm Lex Levy, and this is Ancient Odysseys. I'm here in the vestibule of the Mastaba of Hemiunu on the northeastern corner. Let's have a closer look at this niche. Oh. I'm standing in a niche on the northeastern corner within the vestibule of the Mastaba of Hemiunu. Can you hear the acoustics? It's an absolutely immaculate shape for its age.
The cement and the sealer that's in between the limestone blocks on the inside of the red pyramid reaction chambers. Those internal chambers, those blocks are also sealed. You may not be able to see it, but there's absolutely a sealing and a mortar compound in between those blocks. my lovely wife Alexa, and
Wow.
pretty strange. Yo.
Echo.
Unusual little niche structure here. So this area would have been enclosed. You can see that there was a piece that went here. Great shot of the central pyramid there in the back. And this would have been enclosed. Looks like something was removed back there. It may have been they call them naos, statue housings.
I wonder if this is where the bust of Hemiunu was found.
Possibly.
And his head was found elsewhere.
This is a photo taken during excavation of G4000, where they found the bust of Hemiunu in the northern niche.
This is a phenomenal cigar. Connecticut wrapper, but still medium body.
Oh, you can see slightly frame of a door.
But they are just fantastic. So we're going to walk around
Okay.
this entire structure.
It's a unique piece here.
And then there are two other mastabas a little bit closer to the western side of the Great Pyramid.
Okay. I love it back here. Oh, you can easily tell the difference.
Yeah. Pretty apparent. Easily tell the difference.
Like a workshop back here. Okay. All right. We're on the northern side of the Mastaba of Hemiunu. This is an interesting placement for a modern construction. This is all restoration work. You can see the pattern. It's like a channel here. Do we have a false door? Oh, and you can just make out some hieroglyphs. I will analyze these later. And this chunk of limestone is heavily permeated with iron oxide. Look at how red. been blocked off. More iron oxide. G4000 Mastaba of Hemiunu. 26. There is a colossal mastaba to the north of the Mastaba of Hemiunu, and I could not find much information on it at all. I believe it's a G2000.
Now, we'll head back down into the western field toward the Great Pyramid.
There it is.
And this building right in front of us is another, I mean, to say it's big is an understatement. It is immense.
Hemiunu is probably 1/4 or 1/6 the size. Alright, we're gonna have to make a mad dash.
Just colossal structure here, Mastaba structure.
This is a continuation of our mapped expedition route.
Look at this fossil. That's incredible. You can just see the outer shell and the spiral. More evidence that the Giza Plateau was submerged under the sea in a distant past. And there are fossil aquifers underneath the plateau that the ancients knew about. And that's why they dug the Osiris shaft and other numerous wells, such as the Brackish well near Gebel Gibli.
See if we can find the hieroglyph. Archaeologist Professor Muhammad, who's been assisting us in our translations. And you can see this wall of blocks ahead of me here. And if I can remember, I'll put the direct translation at the beginning of the video. But there was something in this inscription about the bringer of light to the White Temple.
That's right.
Some pretty esoteric verbiage there. The bringer of light.
Thank you to Dr. Mohammed who helped us decipher these hieroglyphs. The text essentially repeats itself on the left and on the right. It's for symmetrical aesthetics, and we begin at the middle. These hieroglyphs can be read as the one who gives lights to the place, to the White Temple in Memphis. His name is Kim Ankh. There is certainly some esoteric information in this text. Stay tuned.
Some might say the light bearer. Which I also believe is connected to lightning. So what if the interpretation is the bringer of lightning to the White Temple? Perhaps referring to the Great Pyramid. And remember, hieroglyphics are an esoteric language. So just because we understand the surface translation doesn't necessarily mean that we have deciphered and unlocked the deeper meaning, the encoded meaning that was intended only for those initiated into the sacred mysteries.
And you can just see that this limestone is caked with aquatic fossils. Wow. Oh, babe, real quick. Beautiful. Look at the stela.
Alright.
Let's go, Albina. Yeah, it's over in this direction.
Another one of those weird kind of screw-like fossils.
So cool. So many aquatic fossils. So a strange stone. Baby, can we get a picture by the stela? Alright, let's go. I gotta get some desert camo. Let's go, let's go. Such cool shots.
Alright, now we're back.
Okay, we gotta be sneaky. And look, not all of the casings are finished. Such interesting polygonal shapes. Look at that. Oh, I think this is the one with the hieroglyphs
Hieroglyphs, yeah.
that look like son of Khufu. Oh, you got the Nephilim here. King and his queen.
Alright, here in front of us is another giant mastaba.
That's amazing. Holy shit. Pottery shards everywhere. Look at how eroded this is, babe. Did you see that? What in the world? Check that out.
She was just noticing the drainage erosion pattern running through this area, and then it moves down around here into these two rock cut tombs.
I remember this spot.
Yeah.
What a shot. That's amazing. I love it back here. Now we're going to look at the whistle structure, as we like to call it, because the configuration of the mastaba looks like a whistle.
We will conclude our expedition performing a secondary investigation of these two structures, G5231A and G5227A. Here is a closer look, an aerial view of the configuration of these two structures, and you can see that each structure has a series of 4 long, narrow chambers. On the eastern wall, each chamber has a square aperture, and peering east into one of these chambers, you will see on the eastern wall that there is a vertical slit or aperture, and above it, a horizontal slit, looking very much like a whistle. The only access into the structure is on the eastern face, and it enters into a vestibule running north to south.
I know from the last time that we were up here, there's some bats living down inside these things.
Oh yeah.
But let me get the flashlight out
Okay.
and I'll show you what's inside this stuff. So there's one here, 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 and here on the back side of the structure. And they're all somewhat sloping up,
Oh, you're right.
Up this way. From the internal chamber. So there's a chamber on the inside of this. One of which you can see over here. Hang on one second, take my background off. All right. And I don't see any bats in here at the moment, so
Let's go.
will you hold this, please?
Absolutely. Maybe we can see airflow with the...
Just hold it in the middle. Why are you shaking so much?
I'm excited. Smells good.
Let me check this first. All right. All right, so you can see we have two component. Oh, there's a snake.
Oh, fuck. It's the first snake I've seen in Egypt.
Yeah, first snake we've seen.
Oh, it's a whole family, I think.
All right, so go back. Go back, please.
It's an asp.
All right, we saw what we needed to see. You can see that there's an upper vent hole and then this tapered vertical slit. Okay.
What's on the end of the slit?
Babe, I'm not getting bit by a snake for my YouTube channel. Sorry, guys.
First snake. First asp.
All these things have the same configuration, and I can see, looking down in here, can I see the flashlight?
Yep.
I can see light coming through the slit, the vertical slit. And all four of these little chambers have the same configuration. There, thank you. A horizontal aperture and a vertical slit. And you saw the concavity of that stone housing leading into the vertical slit.
Strange configuration. The light bearer.
Yeah, the light there.
Okay.
Alright, so now at the risk of blowing our cover, we're going to go around the front because we've gotten here, Ancient Odysseys, Land of Kevinception.
Sup?
Sup?
Almost got bit by an asp today.
Well, you didn't. Yeah.
With the ways of
first, and I don't necessarily
Cleopatra.
like her crawling in these holes with me, but yeah. So the first snake we've seen in Egypt.
Oh.
All right. So now we've got some shafts. Making sure I'm still recording, so I didn't miss any of that gold that we just filmed here.
It was.
There's another shaft leading down here. And we're going to walk around the front. So you can definitely see light coming through the vertical slit. And I will tell you, this is not just a temple. Okay, can I see the flashlight?
Yep.
It's cool. Alright,
Looks like a workshop.
so you can see here, there's an opening, that square opening. That leads down into the horizontal aperture in each one of the chambers. So there's one there, square hole. And there's one here, another square hole. And those square holes, unfortunately this thing is behind a gate, but those square holes taper down into the horizontal aperture above the vertical slit. Okay, you want to look at that?
Oh, yes, thank you. Oh,
And there are also
so we're looking
openings
into
western face of
this quote-unquote Mastaba on the eastern side, seeing
There's this main
the configuration.
entrance here, and then there would have been another
And where the
opening
apertures
right here. Yeah, you can see
on the western side terminate.
how this piece of stone right here has
Try to make sense of this
the
structure.
exact same location as where there would have been another square opening here.
What a strange configuration.
I gotta say, hey, I think they are what you said they were.
You think so?
And as we discussed, we know what they're for, which is pretty
That's
important.
awesome.
Really cool, really cool. So now we're gonna take a look at this other one.
So many layers to the process.
I think it was somebody was asking us so obviously you can see
We're just here, and the configuration of this structure should be the same, but it's more open to the elements. We may be able to get a better look. Oh, watch for you. Okay. Okay. You want me to hold your cigar? We're rolling. Wow.
I was anticipating it in a gate.
Oops. Took the hard
See
way.
back here. Okay, so this here is the inlet to the horizontal slit. Yeah, you can see it right here. This housing here is the inlet to the horizontal slit.
What a skinny corridor.
And then we'll see if we can. Yeah, there's another one here. Yeah, another one of these housings here. You can see the housing here. That would have been the opening into this horizontal slit. Right here.
How odd.
Cigar went out.
It's a really cool picture. Hold on.
Configuration. They may just not be excavated, or the shafts may have come along later. It's difficult to tell, but you know, again, we'll pull the diagrams. So you can see exactly what the internal components of these things look like. All right, here's the front face of that huge, immaculately cased Mastaba here.
Oh, you can get a pretty good look in here.
Almost down to the roach. So we'll sit here in the shade for a moment. Final tasting notes. Great construction. Fantastic raw.
All right, we're on the right structure, and I'm taking a look into the long, narrow chambers. This structure is much more open to the elements and accessible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 long, narrow chambers. All right, this concludes our expedition to the West Field of Giza, Part 2. That was fun. Yo! Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic adventures from Ancient Odysseys. Never stop exploring.
If you want to support our expeditions and research, pick up some Ancient Odysseys merch. I have a new collection that features my photography from our adventures. This is a photo I took of the Sistrum columns within the Hathor Temple in Dendera on our 2024 Upper Egypt expedition. New Explorer packs are now available. Thank you all very much for your support.